We've recently visited city of Nafplio in Greece. We were very impressed how beautiful, clean, and well-maintained this place was. We liked it so much that we will definitely come back. If you're staying in Athens and have time for a day trip, it would be a great idea and you will not be disappointed. So in today's video, I will show you highlights of this wonderful place and also share some interesting facts about Nafplio. Enjoy this video, and if you find it useful, please give it a thumbs up. It will be greatly appreciated. Nafplio, a name that sounds like it could belong to an ancient philosopher, a delicious pasta dish, or a cool indie band, but no. It's actually one of the most beautiful, charming, and historically rich towns in all of Greece. Nestled by the sea, kissed by the sun, and surrounded by history so old it makes your grandma's stories sound like breaking news, Nafplio is a place you have to visit. With Venetian castles, Ottoman influences, Greek legends, and gelato that could make you cry tears of joy, this little town has a personality bigger than Zeus himself. So buckle up, grab a souvlaki, and let's dive into the 10 most important, mind-blowing, and slightly ridiculous facts about Nafplio. First up, did you know that Nafplio was actually the very first capital of modern Greece? That's right. Before Athens took over and became the big-shot city everyone knows today, Nafplio was running the show. From 1823 to 1834, this little coastal gem was the political and cultural heart of Greece, and let's be honest, probably way less stressful than Athens is today. Imagine fewer cars, no traffic jams, and zero chance of getting lost in an endless maze of streets. But as history goes, Athens eventually swooped in, stole the title, and Nafplio was left to become the most charming seaside getaway instead. Honestly, sounds like an upgrade. Who needs politics when you have beaches, castles, and sunsets that look like Zeus himself painted them? If you think Greece is all about whitewashed houses and blue-domed churches, you might be in for a surprise. Nafplio has a fascinating mix of architectural influences: Venetian, Ottoman, neoclassical. Walking through the streets feels like time traveling through 3 different empires at once, without the risk of war, bad hygiene, or medieval plagues. One minute you're admiring a colorful Venetian mansion, the next you're sipping Greek coffee under an Ottoman balcony, and before you know it, you're standing in front of a neoclassical government building. It's like a European history buffet. Take a little bit of everything, enjoy the view, and don't forget to Instagram it. You can't talk about Nafplio without mentioning Syntagma Square, the heartbeat of the town. This place is surrounded by history on all sides, and it has definitely seen everything from Venetian rule to Greek independence to countless confused visitors looking for Wi-Fi. There's even a mosque-turned movie theater. It's the perfect spot to sit back, relax, and watch life go by. Whether it's a street musician playing a bouzouki, kids chasing each other around, or an old Greek man passionately explaining politics to someone who just wanted directions to the beach. Now, let's talk about a Nafplio legend that sounds like it came straight out of a Hollywood drama. Meet Athens Capodistrias, Greece's first governor and basically the guy who tried to fix everything after Greece won its independence. He was brilliant, determined, and unfortunately, very unpopular with certain political rivals. In 1831, right here in Nafplio, he was assassinated in front of the Church of Saint Spiridon. And get this, the bullet hole is still there. You can actually see it on the church's wall. Imagine walking past it every day like, oh yeah, that's just a historical murder scene, no big deal. Nafplio may be a peaceful town now, but back in the day, drama. If you think this video is worth your time, please show some love and hit this like button now. It only takes a second and it will make a huge difference. Thank you so much. Of course, no trip to Nafplio would be complete without indulging in its incredible food. From fresh seafood straight out of the Aegean to gelato that rivals anything in Italy, this town knows how to treat your taste buds. Whether it's a plate of freshly grilled octopus, a warm piece of bagatsa, Greek custard pastry, or just a simple but life-changing Greek salad, every bite in Nafplio is a reminder that Greek food isn't just delicious, it's a full-blown experience. Just remember, Greek portions are big, so if a local tells you to try just a little, prepare yourself for a feast worthy of the gods. And speaking of things you have to try, Uzo. Nafplio is one of the best places to enjoy Uzo by the sea, especially with a plate of Greek tapas. But be warned, this drink is sneaky. It starts off smooth, makes you feel warm and happy, and then you're dancing like Zorba the Greek with people you met 5 minutes ago. It's all fun and games until you try to stand up and realize your legs have other plans. And speaking of Greek traditions, let's talk about Nafplio's obsession with Komboloi, also known as worry beads. This town has an entire museum dedicated to them. What are worry beads, you ask? People use them to relax, think, or just look extra sophisticated while sipping coffee. Nafplio's Komboloi Museum doesn't just teach you about these beads. It lets you hold history in your hands. Some are so old, they've seen more drama than a Greek tragedy. So if you need a souvenir that screams "I went to Greece and became 1000% more philosophical," this will do it for sure. Now, let's talk about something really weird. There's a lion statue in Nafplio that's literally crying. The Lion of Bavaria is a massive stone sculpture carved into a rock wall and has actual tears carved into its face. Why? Because it was built in memory of Bavarian soldiers who died in Nafplio during the 1800s. It's one of the saddest, yet most impressive statues you'll ever see. Some say it looks noble, others say it looks like it just watched the end of Titanic, but either way, it's a must-see. And here's something cool. Nafplio has an open-air cinema. Picture this: a warm summer night, a sky full of stars, a classic film playing under the open sky, and the occasional cat walking across the screen like it's part of the movie. The Cine Nafplio is one of those magical places where watching a film feels like stepping into a dream. Whether it's a Hollywood blockbuster or an artsy European film you pretend to understand, seeing it in this setting makes it 10 times better. Popcorn, a cold drink, and the sound of the waves in the background. Perfection. Finally, let's end with a Nafplio tradition that's just too adorable not to mention. On New Year's Eve, the town doesn't just celebrate with fireworks. They also release little paper boats into the sea. It's a beautiful symbolic way of saying goodbye to the old year and welcoming the new, and honestly, way more poetic than just counting down and drinking champagne. Imagine standing by the water, watching hundreds of glowing paper boats float away under the moonlight. It's like a scene from a Greek fairy tale. If that doesn't make you fall in love with Nafplio, I don't know what will. Ever wanted to see a floating castle? Well, Nafplio's got you covered. Meet Bourtzi, the adorable little fortress sitting on a tiny island just off the coast. Originally built by the Venetians in the 15th century, this place has seen a lot. Pirates, prisoners, luxury hotels, and now, tourists taking way too many selfies. At one point, it was even used as the official home of the town's executioner. Nowadays, it's just a peaceful, postcard-perfect spot, best enjoyed with a boat ride and a side of Greek mythology-inspired daydreams. And now, if you still haven't pushed this like button, please don't be that person who watches the entire video and leaves without liking it. That's like eating at the restaurant and not tipping a chef. So please push it now, and this will be your way of saying compliments to the content creator. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.